everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make an earring today to match this little earring here I've already got made. And I'm going to use some of the beads in the most recent dollar bead box, the one for September. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing video I did for this subscription in case you didn't get to see it and you want to go back and watch it, where I go into a little bit more detail about how the subscription works and all. But the dollar bead box and the dollar bead bag are both monthly bead subscriptions. The dollar bead box has several strands of beads, and then it has several packages of loose beads in it. They're mostly check glass. In the dollar bead bag, you get 4 strands of 4mm check fire polish beads and 4 strands of 3mm check fire polish beads. You can get the bag in addition to the box, like as an add-on, or you can get the bag by itself if you want to. The dollar bead box, the price varies according to how long you sign up for. A 1-month or a 3-month plan is $19.50 a month, and a 6-month plan is $18.50 a month. And then the dollar bead bag is $8 a month that you can add on to the box, or like I said, you can get it separately if you want to. The 3- and 6-month dollar bead box plans come with a membership to the Dollar Bead Club, which is a members only club that gives you access to their online shop. And for a couple of months after you get your subscription, you can order any of the items that came in the box or the bag for only $1 each. There's also an annual membership you can buy. It's $35 a month, and it would give you access to their online shop, but you wouldn't get the box or the bag. I have a coupon code. It's THJ2, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below. It'll save you $2 off either the first month of a subscription or an order from their online shop, but you can only use it one time. And I'll post a link to the subscription page so you can check it out if you want to. In these earrings here, I'm going to be using the check glass mushroom beads that came in the box. They're 6mm, and it said you would get either crystal, vitriol, or rose gold, and I got the rose gold. And then I'm going to use one of the check glass flower beads. Well, of course, this would be double to make 2 earrings, so I would be using 2. I've got 14 of the mushroom beads here. Of course, you'd have to have 28 to make 2 earrings, or you don't have to make them as long as I have, of course. And I've got one of the check glass flower beads, and I used one on the bottom of this one here. And they're opaque white purple luster, and they're 8 by 11 millimeter. And in here I've got some 6mm jump rings, and they're about 18 gauge. And here I've got some 5mm jump rings, and they're 20 gauge. I've got a 20 gauge head pin, just a regular head pin, and I've got my ear wire that I'm going to use. And all that I'm going to be using for tools are my tweezer pliers and my chain nose pliers and my round nose pliers and my cutters and my bent chain nose pliers. So I think that's everything. I'll put links to everything that didn't come in the dollar bead box in the description box below, as many as I can find links for. So hold on, let me get some of my beads poured out and I'll be back. Okay, I've got everything poured out here now, and I realized I told you all completely wrong when I was talking about the annual membership that you can get. It's $35 a year. I said $35 a month. And I'm fairly certain I said $35 a month when I did the unboxing video for this, but that's wrong. It's $35 a year for an annual membership. But like I said, that you wouldn't get the box or the bag. You would just get access to their online shop. So I have got to fix that in my notes. I use notes when I do these these things because I can't remember, and I use notes, and I had it completely wrong in my notes. So I've got my mushroom beads out here, and I've used my 20 gauge jump rings and put them through the top of my little mushroom bead here. I've got most of them done because I didn't want y'all to have to wait while I did all 14 of these. So I'm going to do the last 3 here. I've got 3 more to do here, and I'm going to do the last 3 here with you all. The reason I'm using 2 different kinds of pliers, the tweezer pliers and the my chain nose pliers, for these smaller jump rings, I seem to be able to handle them better with these tweezer pliers. And then for the 6mm jump rings, because they're thicker, I need the heavier pliers, my chain nose pliers. So I'm just going to open it up, and you have to open it up pretty wide. And I'm just going to put my little bead on it here. And I always have to fiddle with it to get it to go through there, but it'll go. It's very important that you use a thin enough jump ring when you do this, because I started out using some 18 gauge jump rings, and I cracked the top of one of my little mushroom beads trying to force it through that hole. And I know better than that. I don't know why I did it, but I did. I tried to force it through that hole, and I broke one of my little mushroom beads. So I have one that's a casualty of my war with these little jump rings. But you just want to make sure you've got a thin enough jump ring that'll go through that hole without forcing it. And just put it on there like that. And of course, make sure you get it closed up really well. And I just have one more to go here. Okay, so I got all my mushroom beads done. Now I'm going to take my head pin and put my flower bead on here. And I'm going to make a simple loop. I'm going to go a little bit above the bead because I don't want to crack my bead. I've already cracked a mushroom bead. Don't want to crack my flower bead. And I'm going to bend at a 90-degree angle. And then I'm going to take my cutters. I'm going to get the right pair of cutters. And I'm going to cut off and leave about 1/4 of an inch of the pin here. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to go to the very tip of the pin here. And I'm going to start rolling back a loop. Make sure to get it closed up well. Mine's not closed up at all well here. Just going to keep working with it until you get it closed up really well. I started to do a wrapped loop at the top of this, but it just was not, it was hanging lower than I wanted it to, so I decided to do a simple loop. I'm going to open this and close it back up again to get it closed up better. Okay. Now I'm going to take my 6mm jump rings, and I've got too many here. I don't need this many, but I think I probably need 7, but I don't know. So I'm going to open my 6mm jump ring here. I think I'm going to have to invest in a pair of flat nose pliers. I've never had a flat nose pliers before. I've got pretty much every tool pliers that are made for beading, but I have never had a pair of flat nose pliers, and I think they might help me opening and closing jump rings and lengths of chain and things like that. I don't know. I'm going to take my flower bead that I did, and I'm going to put it on the bottom here, and I think I'm zoomed in way too much. Now I'm going to take one of my mushroom beads, and I'm going to put it on this side. I'm going to switch hands and take another one of my mushroom beads and put it on this side. And then I'm going to take one of my jump rings I've not opened yet and put it on here. And I'm going to try real hard not to drop these because if I do, it takes me a minute to figure out which jump ring I'm at. I want to close that up really well. Now I'm going to take the jump ring I just put on there. Find the opening. Open it up. Put a mushroom bead on this side. Switch hands. Put a mushroom bead on this side. Put a jump ring on that I've not opened yet. Close my jump ring back up really well. Get a hold of my jump ring that I just put on. Open it up. Put on another mushroom bead. Switch hands. Put on another mushroom bead. And one of my jump rings I've not opened up yet. Close my jump ring up really well. Get hold of the jump ring I just added. Open it up. Put on a mushroom bead. Switch hands. Put on another mushroom bead. And another jump ring. Close it back up really well. I'm just going to keep doing this till I get all these beads on here. I have worked for the last several days trying to figure out what to do with these mushroom beads. I've never had, well, I think I have had mushroom beads before, but I didn't know what to do with them, and I know I never used them. I don't know where they are. And I just could not figure out I tried several things, and I could not figure out what to do with them. And it was not just that way with these mushroom beads. It was that way with everything I tried the last few days. I've just been totally blocked or something, and I could not get anything to work. And I just finally had to walk away from it last night, and I went in there and sat down in the living room and started watching television, and my husband thought I'd lost my mind because I'm always in here beading. I never go sit down and just watch TV. I'm always in here beading, and he didn't know what I was doing. But you just have to do that sometimes. And I went to bed last night, and I woke up in the night, and I was laying there trying to go back to sleep, and it just hit me. I think that I could make a pair of these little cluster earrings that I have made probably 100 of over the years using these mushroom beads. That's just such an easy solution. Why I didn't think of that, I have no idea. But that happens to me all the time, especially at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. Things will come to me, and I always have my phone right there next to the bed, and I grab my phone and make a note so that I won't forget it when I wake up the next morning. But I could not figure out what to do, and then all of a sudden it just dawned on me when I was trying to go to sleep last night. I've like I said, I've made 100 of these little cluster earrings, and I don't know why I didn't think of that to begin with, but sometimes you just have to walk away, and I guess when your mind gets quiet and you're not trying to think so hard, it helps. I don't know. So I'm at the top here now, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my ear wire on here. I mean, these are probably the simplest and easiest pair of earrings you will ever make if you make these. And it's taken me days and days to figure out to make them, even though I have made so many in the past. So there's my little earring. And it matches this little earring I've got already made here. So hold on, I'll put up some of my tools and I'll be back. Okay, so here are the really simple and really easy mushroom bead earrings that it has taken me days to come up with the with the idea to make. I don't know why it took me so long. Like I said, I've made probably 100 of these over the years, not with mushroom beads, but I've made 100 of these over the years probably, and I don't know why I couldn't think to make these. But they are just really easy. But like I said, you just want to make sure that whatever jump rings you use to go through your mushroom beads are thin enough, because you'll end up with a broken bead if you don't, like I did. And like I said, you don't have to make them this long. You make them whatever length you want to. If you're not a subscriber to the Dollar Bead Box or the Dollar Bead Bag and you decide you want to be, like I said, that coupon code will save you $2 off your first box. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.